Hello guys and dolls, it's Chris and I am back here with another Amber React. I'm reacting to her video that she put out, I believe it was yesterday, titled Lying About My Weight. I'm so mad at myself, and an earthquake happened. And I saw that on the news. The earthquake actually did happen, so she's not lying about that. Um, for returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back and listening. Amber winds me up. She definitely does. It's a cold, icy Sunday. I'm trying to be calm. I got a nice hot cup of tea. If you're a new viewer, my name is Chris. I have a medical background. I also have experience with weight loss. I'm currently losing my own weight that I need to lose, but I have a long history of studying health, nutrition, weight loss, diets, and like I said, I have a medical background. I was a nationally registered paramedic back in the day. So I do try to come at my reacts from not just a drama point of view. Of course, my dog will get in my window the minute I start. Laura, can you get him out? But I try to come at them from a health, medical, weight loss standpoint. Nothing I say is medical advice, but if I say anything that resonates with you, definitely please go and see a healthcare provider in your area. I try to at least be informative. So that being said, I'm going to skip past any parts of Amber's video that I find irrelevant to the topics I like to discuss, and she is sped up for time. I will link her full video down below. Like I said, I have a nice hot cup of tea. It is freezing. It is like 17 degrees here. And we had a deep freeze last night. And wind and ice. It's just snow. It's winter is hit. We never get a white Christmas here anymore in the western Pennsylvania. All of our winter weather hits after Christmas, so we're in that zone. But even on a Sunday, they've been clearing the roads and everything. People have been driving fine. So that's good, but luckily we don't have to go anywhere. We're staying in, hunkering down, me and the kiddo. And I'm going to get some videos done. I did finally spawn my Great One Whitetail in Call of the Wild. If you play that video game or like it. Yesterday I made a video recording that, and I am going to get that up. I'm going to put it probably on this channel, maybe on my gaming channel, which that I don't use too much, but I'm going to try to get that out too for those of you who are interested. And if you're not, you can just ignore it. I try to keep everything on my channel in a playlist form so that you can, find what you want easily. Okay, that being said, let's see what Amber has to say.
Come on here just really quickly because I went and I looked at the comments and you guys are video where I walked. Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I know you guys are used to me starting with a weigh-in, but I already did my weigh-in for today. The video is already up. It's the video where I walked a mile, and today's the same day. But I just wanted to come on here just really quickly because I went and I looked at.
And I already talked about how I don't believe she did that mile. She knows people live around her, and she only showed herself. She wouldn't show any of the footage, like of the area around her, because she knows somebody could go back and pinpoint where she was and clock how far she actually went. And I counted the jump cuts in that little scene, guys, her walking scene. There was around 23. And I'm sorry, but at Amber's, she wants us to think she's so healthy and has so much stamina. No. Walking a mile, especially part of it being uphill, Amber would have been red. She would have been huffing and puffing a little bit. She would have had like remnants of a little bit of perspiration, at least on her forehead or her neck, around her hairline. There was none of that. So I don't believe it happened. But we're all allowed to have our opinion. Those are the reasons why I don't believe she did it. I think she's only moving more these days because her hand is forced, because she doesn't have a living girlfriend right now. She always for years has wanted to put on this facade that she's so much more active and stuff than she actually is, especially because right now she's still trying to nab a new girlfriend. And one of the reasons I believe Jade left her was because she was so hindered mobility wise and couldn't do anything. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to know yours. But let's continue.
The comments, and you guys are so amazing. Like, thank you guys so much for the support. Like, you guys are just as proud of me that I am for myself. And my mom
I see a few people being proud of her, but I don't see a ton.
is super proud of me. Like, it's just so
And I thought she didn't read the comments. But I guess she does, right?
amazing, because during my walk, actually in the middle of it, I sent her a picture because it just looked so pretty out, and I was like, Mom, I'm doing my freaking mile, because I told her about it a few days ago, how I've been thinking about it, like thinking about doing it, and I don't know, like I was feeling like I didn't want to fail, and I was afraid that I actually couldn't do it. And
other people brought up a good point too. If she's so active and doing all these things and supposedly walked for 3 hours straight at the museum where she only sat down once, a mile should, and she's walking Twinkie so many times, the mile should be no problem, right? It is. I mean, not only is it harder for her weight wise, just carrying that much extra weight on a frame that is quite small in nature, but a lot of her weight, a majority of it, is in her abdomen and her legs, and she can't walk properly. She can't move her legs backwards and forwards. She has to kind of swing them around and use her body and go side to side and use that momentum to move. Her legs weigh a ton, guys. It's hard for her to move them, so that's why she waddles and stuff. Every step she takes is so much more physical exertion than if she could take a normal step. So walking a mile for her would feel like 2 miles to us. So I just don't believe it. But
I could. A lot of people are asking me about the app that I used. It's called Map My Walk, and on it,
I didn't see anyone asking about that.
there's sirens. So with this app, not sponsored by the way, I sound sponsored because I'm like trying to tell you guys get it. No, but with this app, there's a built-in GPS. Well, your phone has the GPS, but the only way you can track like how far you walk is with the GPS. I know there's those conspiracy theorists who think that I actually didn't do the walk. I saw a comment where someone,
It's not a conspiracy theory, Amber. You didn't show it. It didn't happen.
someone's like, all you did was like swing your phone around. Don't work that way because it follows the GPS.
No, I don't think she swung her phone around. I think she went like a half a block.
GPS, and then like when you're done with the walk, it shows like the little map part, like where you walked. And
Okay, but Amber, correct me if I'm wrong, but Amber didn't show us that map part that actually showed where she walked. She showed like an ending thing with stats and time, but that could be faked. You can fake that stuff online, Photoshop very easily. Clearly she's done it before. Like she faked those emails, I believe, from her dietitian when she got approved and quit the weight loss surgery. She faked that image of the FBI agent card when she completely fabricated that story about FBI Frank. So Amber's like dumb in a lot of ways, but she is smart in the sense that she is very crafty and manipulative as far as trying to push a story, and she thinks that we are all as stupid as she is. But that screen could have easily been manipulated and faked. She could have used her regular camera and filmed her phone screen of her pulling that up and showing us the actual walk, but she didn't do it. There's a reason people don't show things like this. There's a reason people like Amber don't show things like this. Like if somebody else, Ilona from Chikara Transformations, several other people would say they did them, I would believe them because they're believable people. But Amber is a chronic liar and likes to lie about things as liars do. So that's why she can't be believed, and we require more validation to believe her. And it's her own doing, right?
You can like add a picture, you can add your thoughts and your notes. And I just wrote that me and Twinkie had a wonderful time. I definitely recommend the app because without it, I would have never known how far a mile was. And now I know exactly the route I took. So I don't even need the app next time. But I'm gonna want.
And also Amber doesn't like to be seen in public. I think she's only going out right now because she has to, and because her mom's her only form of transportation. So she has to go out when her mom is available. But Amber doesn't like being seen. She's embarrassed about her size, and she should be. Like, I know that sounds mean, but she should be. She should be embarrassed and ashamed that she has absolutely wrecked what was an otherwise completely healthy, mobile body. What was I going to say? It was something about her. I can't quite remember what I was saying. Oh, her mom takes her. Uh, well, it skipped my mind. If I remember it, I'll tell you.
I use the app because I feel like since I did the mile in 52 minutes, I feel like I could do it like quicker next time. Hello guys, it is January 12th. Good morning, good morning.
And this is why we don't believe them, because there are cuts in these.
My body feels like it was hit. No,
I show myself every morning stepping on the scale.
people say hit by a semi truck, but I feel like it was hit by a toy car because I do feel that walk from yesterday. It's nothing insane, but my body feels it. If you hear that water dripping, it's because we have to lightly have the faucet dripping because it's so cold here, freezing temperatures. So it's to prevent the pipes from like.
Yeah, we have to do that too, or anybody in a cold area. You leave your faucets cracked enough to where the water drips a little. Because if your pipes freeze, it's a disaster.
Freezing, I guess. I don't know. I just got an email about it from the apartment complex, so I'm just listening to them. It's time to weigh in.
Hello, it's ready.
Stepping on.
509.6 pounds.
509.6! Yay! We're out of the 5.
I don't believe it. I think she's started the year closer to around 530, 535. So if she was actually really losing weight, I think she'd only be down to about 525 right now.
Tens. Now we're in the single digits. All right, 509 point.
And honestly, guys, for her, this is like, she is not maintaining any real calorie deficit. Not a meaningful one. She has to be eating still around 4,000 calories to be maintaining this weight. She started the year at what, 514, 515. She's at 509 now, 12 days later, 509.6, so closer to 510. So that's only about a 4 to 5.5 pound difference. Guys, I ate late last night and had a big portion of what I was eating. And it had like more like sodium. It wasn't like, I've been eating pretty healthy and clean every day, but yesterday I allowed myself to have a really good meal. You know, just have a free one, a free cheat meal, whatever. And just from the sodium in there and the additional carbs and just from the physical weight of food and stuff being in my system and all that, I, with a starting weight of 192 pounds, fluctuated up this morning of about 4 pounds. So if me at that weight can fluctuate any given day from like 4 pounds, 5 pounds, which on your time of your month you can too, I can go up to 6 pounds. Then at Amber's size, this is definitely more just like not quite meaningful fluctuations. Now, if it stays this way and it keeps going down, 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 she gives us a valid weigh-in, then I'll believe it. But I just don't believe it. Like I said, it's very realistic for somebody to fluctuate a pound to 4 or 5 pounds on any given day. So I just did that this morning, and I was like, oh my God, that sucks. But I knew why it was up, and it doesn't bug me because it'll just trend back down over the next couple of days.
6. I wrote that so sloppy because I was looking at it through the camera. Let's not do that again. Yesterday was an on track day. So I feel like soon I'm going to explain to you guys, like, what does on track look like for.
No, when you're eating enough to basically maintain 510 pounds, Amber, that's not an on track day. That's not on track. You're so far off the tracks. In fact, you can't even see the train station.
Me versus off track. I've kind of just been like prolonging that because I know it's going to be confusing to a lot of people, but it makes sense in my head. But as of right now, if I can sit here and say yesterday, I am proud of yesterday, then that's what makes it an on track day.
That's the other thing is she's so proud. These girls need to stop being so damn proud of every little stupid thing that's just like sensible. Like, I've been pretty much on track, you know, with the exception of like that meal yesterday, really. And even then I wasn't really off base with my calories or anything. Been doing good all year since the first of the year. The first 3 days of the year, I did a 3-day fast where all I did was like clear liquids. Yeah, I'm proud of it, sort of, but it's like, I'm glad I did it, but I'm not like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. You're doing so good. I'm so proud. I'm staying the course and, you know, the weight's coming off and, Okay, yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm doing good, but I'm not like just sitting there praising myself and saying, oh, I'm so proud of myself. No, you know what? Whenever I've done it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, I hit like a milestone of like 20 or 25, then I'll be happy. I'll be proud. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be proud of every little thing because then you don't really feel like ever like straining yourself to achieve anything because you're proud of every damn thing, right? Like, I would really be proud. I'm doing the 100 days of weigh-ins, courtesy of Amber. But I really want to lose 30 pounds in that 100 days. I feel like it's doable. If I hit that goal or get really close to it, I will be proud of that. If I don't hit it, I won't be 100% proud. Like, if I get to like 28 pounds, 27, 20, I'll be happy. But like, if I don't hit it, I'm not going to be proud. Oh, no, I failed. I'll keep going and try again. But she needs to like give herself things to strive for to actually be proud of.
For me.
I'm
But
proud.
if I
I'm
sit
proud that I'm alive.
here and I go, not so proud of the choices I made yesterday, that's what's gonna make me have an off track day. Y'all, I'm freezing and I'm about to take Twinkie out. So today we have a turtleneck and I'm gonna put on my jacket. So a lot of people got snow and thankfully we did not get snow, but the snow is coming. I feel it in my bones. It is so cold out there. Like yesterday when I did my walk, it was just like, I would say it was like 57
Amber,
degrees.
what you
Which felt
feel
really
in
good.
your bones is 400 pounds of excess weight.
Now it's way below freezing. So Twinkie will go potties. Now that I've been awake and doing things, when I took Twinkie out earlier, just a few hours ago, I think like being up and like moving my body made me feel so much better. Now I don't feel like I was hit by a toy truck. I actually just feel good. So yay. I just wanted to answer this because I've been seeing it like float around.
Even though she doesn't watch reaction channels or read comments, guys.
People are saying that my weigh-ins are fake and that there's a lot of editing to them. I do edit my videos a lot. That's why you guys constantly see like cuts. Like I literally just did one there and then I did one there and there. It's how I've always edited my videos. And the reason why like specifically the weigh-in videos are like that is because there is a lot of dead air. I'm sitting there waiting for it to turn on. And then in between hello and it's ready, there's like 5 seconds of just like dead air.
That's not that long, Amber.
I just take it away.
We watch longer dead air of you chewing and not talking when you did mukbangs.
And then when I step on the scale, it takes another 5 seconds for it to finally read my weight.
Again, not very long. We'll wait.
So I just take that out as well. The weigh-ins are 100% authentic. They're real.
Okay, but here's the thing, Amber. People are telling you that they don't believe these weigh-ins. One, because you point the camera at the freaking ceiling and they can't see you. And two, because of all the jump cuts. So if they were 100% real and you wanted to make us think it's credible, the very least you would do is film those weigh-ins without those cuts. We'll deal with the extra few seconds when the scale is doing its thing. There would be no jump cut from the time you start talking. Say, okay, here, I'm going to do my weight. I'm turning on the scale until the time you get on the scale and it reads your weight out loud. There would be no jump cuts. At the very minimum, that's what you would do to try to prove to us that it was real, was give those segments every day without fail with no jump cuts. That's the minimum it's going to take. And even then, a lot of people aren't going to believe you because you could still be leaning on the counter and stuff like that. You really need to set up your camera where you move your scale into your kitchen or some other hard surface and set up the camera where we see you getting on it without holding on to anything and getting off. We'll deal with the no edits, girlfriend. And not only that, but oh God, I'm like losing my train of thought today. The clothes thing, it doesn't make a difference. Amber's clothes could weigh up to 5, 6 pounds, 8 pounds because they're big, but she could weigh the clothes first and then tell us, okay, I weigh and show us like, okay, like the weighing of the clothes. We'll say, okay, the clothes weighed 6 pounds, then show us her weigh-in. Say, okay, so whatever the scale says, take off the weight of the clothes and it give you an accurate estimate. That oh, I weigh naked is no excuse. None whatsoever. I weigh in every morning and basically the same things, right down to my old socks. Like I wore them today. They're not dirty. They're just like so old. They're just like stained to hell and back. They're not white anymore because they get stained, I don't know, just from walking around the house and wear them in boots and slippers and stuff like that. But I put them on at night, just to wear to sleep and stuff like that. I'm not trying to impress anybody, but I weigh every morning in like socks, sometimes no socks, but the same general type of leggings and shirt. And it doesn't make that big of a difference, especially when you're Amber's size, right? So this is all an excuse. She's like, I can't believe people think I lie about my weight. Well, you do. And so if you really had something to prove, you would find a way to do it. Just like April Lauren. She used the I weigh naked thing. There were so many ways she could have showed a valid weigh-in and chose not to because she was lying. If she was honest, if she was being truthful, you want to shut the haters up really quick. You would do whatever it took and go, there, I showed you, now shut the hell up. But they don't do that because they're lying.
I don't know how I can fake a weigh-in. I know that that's like a
Amber, you know plenty of ways.
hot thing in this section of YouTube is that people think that me and Chantel both fake our weigh-in.
Chantel's been proven. Pete's stepped on her scale or something and it was off. And he knew what his weight was. It was off by 30 pounds.
I highly doubt she's doing it because she's being blamed for the very
Of course you would be a Chantel sympathizer and defender, right? Well, that just goes to show, considering the kind of person Chantel is, it just shows the kind of person Amber is to be defending that train wreck of a person.
same thing I'm doing, which I have never done that. And I never will do that. That's too much. And honestly, that would just be hurting me. And it would be hurting the people who support me and the people who are watching me.
No, it wouldn't hurt you. It would hurt you, as far as your already absolutely shredded, trashed reputation. But you would know the real weight, so it wouldn't really affect you, Amber.
To see me succeed. Yeah, the only reason why there's tons of cuts is just because that's the way that I edit. I edit every single scene.
Okay, well, we're telling you those are problems, so you should stop doing that by now. Let me know if you guys agree. Don't you think at the very least she should do that? That whole segment with no cuts? Just like she should have done the whole walk with no cuts. We'll watch the whole damn hour.
Scene that I film just like that. Honestly, the reason why I don't show myself when I'm stepping on the scale is because I weigh myself naked. I feel like once I get to 490, I will just step on the scale with some clothes on.
So why is it okay when you're 490 to suddenly weigh with clothes on in front of the camera, but not now? This is just a lie. This is just an excuse.
On call today, show you guys. Maybe I'll have my mom film it or something, just because it's not that I want to prove myself to people. It's just, it makes me sad that people actually
But you do.
think that I would lie about something as silly as that, because if that was the case, it would make my
Amber, you lie about the dumbest, silliest shit all the time. Becky just called you out for lying about the FBI Frank story, which we knew was bunk, but you still try to gaslight people. No, it was real and blah, 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 and you're so mean and you're so stupid, and I don't know why you guys don't believe that it really happened. She just confirmed that you didn't. And it wasn't like a lie you did revolving something real in your life. It was a completely fabricated story that you decided to make up and tell and push for the last year and a half or so. And you drug Becky's sister into it because you said that they got a hold of her. So you lie about a lot dumber things. You'd absolutely lie about this.
myself a lot smaller than in the 500s. I can tell you that right now. I just think it's beyond silly that there's always just this rumor that I'm faking my weigh-ins, and I've never done that, but it's been...
Well, Amber, I think it's beyond silly that you lie about the stupid, ridiculous shit you lie about. So you made your bed. You need to lie in it.
Her
eyeliner does look good, though. I like a winged eyeliner. She does do a winged eyeliner good.
Ongoing thing for, I don't know, at least 6 years. And I'm just like, there's never been a reason that I would ever do that. That's wild.
You would, because you've admitted in the past you don't like admitting when you've maintained or gained weight because you don't like the backlash. Jesus God.
In the dark right now, it does not matter what I look like, but there was just an earthquake. Okay, so I was sitting here and I heard a lot.
What is she gonna do when tornado season rolls around, guys? This is actually gonna be entertainment. I don't want anyone, to get hit by a tornado or to get hurt or lose their property. But I almost think it would take Amber being in a legit tornado to maybe set her ass straight and get her to try to make some changes, at least temporarily. If there was really a tornado warning and she had to like try to go down into a storm shelter or try to curl up in her bathtub or shower on the floor in the fetal, in the tornado protection position where you tuck your head to your knees and all that, and realizing just how hindered she is and how much she can't do it and how she can't get up fast if she needs to run, and then she like literally has fear for her life and go, oh my God, if this happens again, I need to be able to get into that storm cellar, or I need to be able to curl up and protect myself and her pets. She has pets she's responsible for too. Maybe something like that would make her say, oh my God, I need to lose some of this weight so that I can protect myself better. Do you guys think that would work? I don't know if it really would. Honestly, guys, she's not going to lose weight. Because maybe not even with that. I know cancer didn't scare her. But I know she doesn't like storms and tornadoes. But she's so afraid of how she's going to look. And let me tell you, she's not going to look normal. But if she lost a lot of weight and maintained it, she could have, it would probably take a couple years, and she'd probably need at least a dozen surgeries. She could have the surgeries to remove the lymphedema masses. She could get the lipedema liposuction to remove that fat tissue. She could get the skin removal. She could get like a body lift and a facelift. She'll need all that. She would look a lot better and a lot more fairly normal. Considering, but it would take years and years, a lot of money and a lot of time and effort, and she just thought she doesn't want to do it.
Loud noise, and all of a sudden I felt shaking, like it was like wobbly, and I was like, am I tripping? Like, did someone like hit the building? And then I was like, oh, I'm in Oklahoma, there's a freaking tornado. That is like where my brain went. But then I was like, but I don't hear a tornado. Like, it was all so confusing. But it was an earthquake. It was a 4.4 magnitude earthquake.
Yep,
it's giving California. Like, I've been in a couple earthquakes. I haven't been in one since I lived in California, and that was literally like when I was 18, and I'm 33 now. So, wasn't expecting that this winter. You guys, I have flopped so hard.
If you look, okay, if you're not watching, this is at the 7-minute and like 15-second mark of her video. That last clip where she was talking about the earthquake was dark. I don't think she had filters on. Then we go to this one where her face is a lot smoother and calm, and you can see her face visibly. God, she still has like a double chin too, but her face is visibly slimmed. Wow. And her chin's way bigger in the past clip. You can see that she's most definitely using a filter. Like, this earthquake clip is not filtered.
Wasn't expecting.
And then
That this
the
winter.
very next one, you see a noticeable, like the very next clip, she looks like she's lost about 35 pounds.
You guys, I have flopped so hard today
in
when
her
it comes
face.
to
So, God, the filters.
my eating.
This is why she doesn't want to meet people in person. I don't believe she's meeting a bunch of people in person. She doesn't want to meet people in person because they'll see how she actually looks.
I have not been on track, and I fought it.
You haven't been off track, Amber, because you have to be on track to be off track. I already explained this to you in the beginning.
All day. I purposely, I used to say sitting with the discomfort a lot.
Yeah, you were like, oh, I'm sitting with my discomfort, sitting with the discomfort. And then you admitted, like, you shoved that down our throats and, like, insisted. Then you admitted a few months later that you weren't. So you never said. And listen, I deal with eating issues. I do. You guys know me. You know that. With a binge eating and a history of disordered eating and stuff like that. The problems with sugar and sweets, it's not fun. It's not fun, but it can be done. But you have to be willing to actually sit with the discomfort and work through it, preoccupy yourself with something else. She won't do it. She won't be, and same with Chantel. They won't be uncomfortable at all. And they also can't tolerate being the least bit hungry. And they don't like any type of effort or work.
I'm sure you guys remember that. I sat with it hard. Like, there were moments where it was so uncomfortable and it just gave me so much anxiety.
And then did you still get Jack in the Box?
Like, being a food addict is rough. Sometimes, like, the craving or the urge is so powerful that like if you don't get it, you just feel like you're gonna go crazy a little bit, like you're gonna go mad.
It is. It's tough, but it can be done. But you have to want to do it.
I know for me, like when I do sit with the discomfort, sometimes it gets really emotional for me. I know that I was triggered today massively. I just wanted to numb myself.
What from what? The earthquake? Okay. Amber loves a good comfort eating sesh, as her Alex would say. Alex Rodriguez. She loves a good comfort eating session.
Very much like emotional eating.
And she's got to learn to not eat for comfort or because of emotions. And that's hard. But if she would go to therapy and actually be honest with the therapists and be honest with herself, she could learn and she could do the work and learn to handle this better. But she does not want to.
Not having to think about like reality a little bit, not having to think about like emotions and how I'm feeling.
Other than the fact that your ass is single, Amber, what problems do you have with your reality? Like, let's be honest, real people, normal people, would be upset about their weight and their health conditions and the state of their body, and they would be worried about it. But Amber's not. She's perfectly happy and content with how she is. She loves her life. She doesn't ever want to lose weight or do anything where she has to put effort in, or where she might have to do more work in her vlogs or get a real job. She doesn't want to do anything and get herself to a point where anybody would, she'd have to get a license or be able to take an Uber and stuff where people would expect anything from her. And again, I've said it before. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier about she can only go out when her mom drives her. Because guys, let's get this clear. Amber cannot take public transportation. She can't get up into a bus. She can't do it. She can't bend her legs. She can't get in there. And she thinks it's beneath her too. But she cannot take an Uber. People are like, oh, she can't fit in the back of an Uber, guys. She can't fit in the back seat of a car comfortably. Okay, so let's just stop saying, oh, Amber could take Ubers. No, she can't. And she also can't carry her bags and stuff on her own into her house when she goes shopping. When she shops, her mom helps her. And she certainly can't drive. So people I hear saying, oh, well, Amber makes her mom drive her around. Well, she has to because there's no other option. She's like, oh, well, she could take an Uber or a bus or learn to drive. She can't physically do that stuff. She is too physically big, too physically impaired. So let's just let that go because she physically can't. I'm not fat shaming. This is just a fact.
Feeling, and I've been trying to do the Lego and trying to just like distract.
And I know some of the people on my 600-pound life drive, but Amber being so short and with a majority of her weight being in her legs, like I'm not trying to be mean, but her calves and ankles are probably as big around as like my 10-year-old son, my lean 10-year-old son. They're huge. She can't put her legs together and move her legs and stuff like that appropriately to use the pedals. If she was kind of carrying her weight more in her upper body, and if she had long enough legs to reach the pedals, maybe it could happen. But with the way Amber's weight is distributed and the poor state of her legs, she can't drive.
Myself super hard in that way, and it's like I was able to successfully for hours like just deal with like the urges.
And if she really did that, I'm happy. She needs to learn to do that. Like I said, I understand. It's not easy. It sucks. But if she really did that, then I'm happy that she tried, that she just didn't give in immediately.
To mess up and just like eat. But I don't know what happened. I ended up caving, and
she also stays up all night and sleeps all day. And at night, nobody's there to hold her accountable. She's bored. There's no one to associate with. She needs to, I've said this, we've all said it a million times, she needs to get on a normal goddamn schedule.
I failed, and that makes me really sad because I feel like I'm letting myself.
Then why are you smiling? Like, she has like this duper's delight on her face. You're not sad. Like, if you're sad, you look sad.
Self down. I feel like I'm letting you guys down, but like I have to be realistic with myself, and I know that every single day we aren't going to see a little heart in the corner of my calendar because it's not.
No, not every day is going to be perfect. I agree with her there. And it's a process. It's a process I still deal with actively. But it can be done. But she has to be willing to say, okay, I have to do this literally every single day, possibly forever.
Not realistic at all. It's like I would love to just wake up and be perfect. I would love to just wake up and be like, I'm never gonna make mistakes again, and I'm never gonna overeat again. I'm never gonna order takeout again. But it's just like,
well, and the thing is you need to get to a point where you can indulge at certain times. Maybe your birthday or Christmas or Thanksgiving. You can have takeout sometimes, and it can be the unhealthy takeout, or you can get healthy takeout. But you have to get to the point where that's just occasional, and for the most part you're actually on track with healthy eating and eating within the right metrics daily. That's the norm, and the overeating and the takeout and the treats, that's like the exception, not the rule. If she was
like
really doing it, she would
realistic.
lose
I'm not
weight
always
so fast, guys. It would just fly right off of her.
I have a little heart in the corner. It's like seeing so many of them
She
consecutively.
seems to have this like all or nothing attitude where she either has to be completely perfect or she's a complete like wreck, like a complete failure. I'm guilty of that. I'm sure a lot of us are. She needs to give herself, like, she gives herself too much grace, but she needs to give herself some grace in the sense that, okay, I messed up. Yeah, I can't let that completely derail me for a week or a month. Just get back on it. The damage will be minimal. And especially at her size, she could undo it really quickly.
Inspires me and makes me realize that I can do this. And I know that as long as I
Truthfully, she needs somebody completely in charge of her money and her phone and her food, where she can't order food, order groceries, stuff like that for herself. Like, she is at that point. She needs to be treated like a proper Prader-Willi person almost, because she doesn't have the self-discipline, nor does she want to have the self-discipline to do this on her own.
have more good days than bad days, then that's progress, right? But it's moments like this where I'm just like, dang. Like,
yes, but Amber, you're not really making progress. You're still maintaining your weight. From 509 to 509, 510, from 515, at your size is a fluctuation. You took a couple good sized poops. It's not really progress. So you're still overeating a huge amount, like about probably 4,000 calories a day, guys. So, I mean, even if she cut herself down to just 3,000 calories a day, that's still a ton of food, especially if she's eating whole food. So she could still be really full and stuff like that, and the weight would be flying off of her. So she still hasn't made any real changes.
the guilt is real. I wish I can go back in time and
Especially
still
if
sit with
she's
the
moving
discomfort,
as
even
much.
though it was super uncomfortable. It gets painful almost. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like, you only understand it if you've been through it. And it just gets really, really, really freaking hard. And sometimes I'm strong. Sometimes I'm powerful.
Yeah, but the people who go through it and succeed and come out on the other side better are the ones who are honest with themselves, Amber. And you're not. She's not.
I don't know. I'm just not happy with myself right now. And I just wanted to like kind of just talk about how I was feeling. And my next weigh-in is not going to be cute. I know it's not. I was doing so good and I was losing weight almost every weigh-in. And I know that I'm going to weigh in tomorrow and there's going to be a weight gain. And I'm not looking forward to seeing that. But I'm hoping that it'll motivate me to like do better, be better. And I don't want.
Well, just don't wait for that weigh-in, Amber. Like, I feel like she's just going to blow it that day because, the weigh-in's already going to be bad. Don't wait for that weigh-in. Just get back in the saddle right now. Like I said, because then the damage can be minimal and you will have said, okay, it happened. It is what it is. It's now in the past. I'm going to go forward starting with right now. This next day, this next meal. And she could do that, but
Want to let one night, one slip up ruin my progress.
I mean, she really needs to get off of the like Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff. Like, the worst thing Amber ever decided to do for herself was move into a city. Now, first Lexington, now Oklahoma City. She only lives in the city because she has 24/7 access to DoorDash, Uber Eats, grocery, Instacart, literally 24/7. She has 24-hour a day access to food anytime she wants, and a lot of different varieties of it. Amber, the very least, if she wanted to make a change, would move into the country where that type of stuff isn't so readily available. And there's places like that because I live in a place like that. We don't have Ubers here. We don't have public transportation. We don't have a lot of fast food places. The only thing that delivers is pizza, you know. But we don't. I can get groceries Instacarted, but it's expensive because it comes from a store. The closest store who does it is like 30 minutes away, and you can't get Uber Eats or DoorDash or anything like that because the town is so small and so vast that and so far out there that DoorDash, they wouldn't make any money, so that they don't stay here. You can't even catch an Uber like to get a ride somewhere. So that's the very least Amber could do. That's what she would do if she really wanted to make changes, because that would be a way of limiting herself. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have the self-control to do it every day when the food's at her fingertips. But if she did moved out to a place like that, she would have to deal with it not being so readily available all the time. And you can only eat so much pizza and stuff, right? But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to end it here because she's talking about Legos and stuff. So if you want to watch that, I'll link her video. Let me know how you're doing. I hope you're staying warm out there if you're having some of these winter storms. And if not, I just in general hope you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday. And I will see you in the next one. I'm going to be getting some more videos out. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.